Hi all! In this video we'll show you the locations of all the secret treasure chests in Bahari Bay. Bahari Bay is a much bigger zone than Kilima, and that also means a lot more secrets. Then adventuring across the map you can find a whopping 30 treasure chests, and that doesn't include the ones that can be unlocked by solving additional puzzles. We'll cover those in separate guides. If you want to learn more about these super secret chests, check out some of our related guides. Let's start with the 16 treasure chests that can be found in the south of Bahari Bay. By the way, we'll show you a map for each chest and list if a glider is required on screen as well as in our timestamps. The first treasure chest can be found in the very beginning when you enter Bahari Bay. It's located on a pillar and you can reach it by simply climbing up. The second location is east of Najuma's and Hodari's home. The chest can be easily looted from a minecart beneath a tree. The following chest can be found on yet another pillar within Pulsewater Plains. Simply climb up and get the chest. The next chest is located deep within the mines to the south. To access it, drop into the closest mine shaft and to the level below it. Once landed, climb up some rocks next to the empty minecart and walk through the vines. The chest is straight ahead in the area behind it. Another chest is located in a small mining cave in the mountains to the far south. Enter through some ruins and turn right where you'll find the chest. The following chest can be found within the windy ruins in the southeast. Simply walk up some stairs and a fallen pillar to reach the upper level. Then jump to reach the chest. There's a treasure chest not far from the Beachcomber Cove fast travel, and it requires a glider. Use the geyser at the beach to reach the top of the broken ruins. Land and get the chest. And another chest that requires a glider. It's located on an elevation that can be reached by gliding and climbing up from a nearby cliff. You'll find the chest under a large tree. Moving on to the lighthouse. There's a chest on a small platform within it. Reach it by either gliding or jumping up straight to the broken stairs. Then jump over and climb up the vines to access the chest. This one has some special loot, an ochre cubed tile floor. Another lighthouse related chest. This one can be found at the foot of it, opposite the jetty. Simply walk through the vines and jump down to where the chest is hidden. The next chest is in plain sight and super easy to reach. Simply walk to the end of the lighthouse jetty. The following chest is located on a tiny island not far off the lighthouse. You will need a glider, and we start off from the upper lighthouse area in order to reach it. It's once again a special chest, as it contains the copper manor tile floor for your house. The next chest is located atop some ruins and once again requires a glider. Simply use the nearby geyser and glide to it. Another chest that is easy to access can be found east of the Pavel mines in a small area beneath the ancient aqueduct. Just walk up to it and the loot is yours. Moving into the area of the flooded fortress. You can access it from within the Pavel mines or the outskirts in the north of Bahari Bay. Climb up the rocks to be atop a cliff in the southwest corner. You can see the chest on the broken aqueduct. You can either jump to it or, like us, glide to it and it's yours. There's a second chest that can be found within the flooded fortress, but this one requires a glider. It's in the eastern corner on top of some ruins. Climb up to the nearest cliff and fallen piece of the ruins as seen here. Then jump and glide over. Let's move to the north of Bahari Bay and the remaining 14 treasure chests there. The next chest is located west of the outskirts fast travel. It sits on a non-climbable pillar and requires a glider. Climb up to the western cliff overlooking the various pillars and glide straight to the pillar with the chest. There's another chest just a little bit north of the outskirts fast travel. You'll find it on top of some ruins above the pool of water. The following chest can be found south of Tamala's house by the little pond. It sits atop a pillar which can be reached by jumping and gliding over from the elevated tree branches nearby. There's a chest in the water just west of Tamala's house. It lies inside the wreckage next to the footbridge and you can simply walk up to it. Another chest can be found just east of the thorny thicket. It's well hidden at the bottom of a waterfall. Simply walk through the curtain of water and you'll find it. Then there's another chest in the mountains between Thorny Thicket and Statue Garden. Climb up to the ledge above the inaccessible mine entrance and you'll find it between some bushes. For the next chest, you need to head to Statue Garden and walk up to its easternmost edge. Look out towards the sea and you will see a chest sitting on a pillar. Use your glider to land right on top of the pillar to get your loot. There's a chest located right at the waterline of the coral shores. It sits on some broken scaffolding and you will need to glide to it from a nearby elevation in order to reach it. The following chest can be found in a grotto beneath the mountain to the east of Coral Shores. Climb up and jump over some scaffolding. Then climb up the small pillar to get the chest. Easy. The next chest is located around Proudhorn Pass, on top of some ruins. It can either be reached with a glider or a rather tricky backwards jump off the cliff face. We prefer the glider. Climb to the top of the mountain above the geyser hole and glide straight over to the chest. Another chest can be found on the bridge leading out north from the ancient aqueduct. You can either climb up on the rocks next to it or glide to it. The next chest is easy to reach, but also equally easy to miss. It's located on an outcrop on the northern side of the aqueduct, just south of the central stables. You'll find it hidden behind some bushes. Always wanted to find a needle in a haystack? Well, we got something better for you, a treasure chest. You'll find it right behind the big building at Bahari's central stables. We're concluding our treasure hunt with a last chest that can be found in an abandoned mine shaft underneath the mountains of Proudhorn Pass. And these were all the treasure chests that can be found in Bahari Bay. Collecting all 30 will also unlock a related achievement and yet another decoration piece for your home. If you enjoy our guides and find them helpful, please don't forget to leave a comment, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.